We have a new exciting series. We are taking you through the alphabet with herbs. And to do it, we have Carol Joyce. She's a community herbalist. She's the owner of White Buffalo Herbs. So we're doing it. We're going through the alphabet with herbs. And we are starting with B because we've done A last week. So give me some B herbs that we're doing.
We're going to work on basil,
Basil.
bergamot,
Bergamot.
and borage.
Now, I think a lot of us are familiar with basil. What's bergamot?
Bergamot is one of two things. It
Okay.
can either be this wonderful citrus rind that's added to tea to make Earl Grey tea,
And we're looking at it right now.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
or it is also wild bergamot is bee balm that's purple.
Bee, and how does one use bee balm? Like
Bee
a lip balm?
No, it's a flower. It's a
Okay.
beautiful flower, and you add it to tea again, and you make your garden go crazy with lots of bees.
Now,
it really brings bees in.
Are there health properties to these things too
Absolutely.
if you ingest them? Oh, okay, very
Absolutely. So I thought if you want, I'll do one at a time, and I can tell you a little bit about how to grow it, a little bit of health, and I won't make any claims.
I love this.
And a
series.
little
Yeah.
bit of eating.
And we don't want to get sued today,
No,
so
no.
no claims will be made on Mass Appeal
Right.
today. So
Okay.
which one do you want to start with?
I will start with basil. Basil is an annual. It's really easy to grow. Just stick seeds in lousy soil, and in about 2 weeks it pops up, and it's ready to use in about 6 weeks.
And basil likes heat and sun, is that right?
Lots of heat, lots of sun.
Perfect.
This is basil that I will confess at getting at the grocery store this morning.
okay, because it's the middle of winter.
It's the middle of winter.
And it's so cold.
And basil does not like cold. So I like to freeze the leaves in ice cube trays.
Oh, you
And
cut them up, freeze them in
Cut
ice
them up,
cream trays?
stick them in the ice cube tray, add water, throw it in a Ziploc, and then you have basil all winter long.
That's
because
cool.
if you put it, we'll make pesto in a minute, if you put pesto in the refrigerator and don't cover it, if you put it in the freezer, it'll turn black, and so will the...
That's happened to my pesto that's currently in the freezer. So now I know for next year.
Just pour oil over it and you'll be fine.
Really?
So, yep.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is quickly
Yeah.
throw some garlic.
This is how I do it at home.
He smashes it with his hands. I use, yep, that's plenty.
Okay, so this is the
So,
basil
yeah.
pesto.
So we're
Great
going to
for
throw
pasta.
there we go.
I dip stuff in it.
And we're going to use a quarter cup of chopped walnuts. You can use pine nuts, but they're kind of hard to find, and they're rather expensive.
Oh,
Let's see if I can remember how to use this thing. It'll be all set.
it's like a
There we go.
Rubik's Cube.
And I'm going to do this quickly because I'll show you the final product.
Yeah, we don't need to fuss too much with
I
this.
add wonderful basil. And you can do a couple things. You can just chop it up, which is what I do.
And depending, on the
How much you
size
need.
of your machine and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
this is a really tiny thing, and I actually add the cheese at the same time. I love fresh Parmesan if you can, and chop that up.
There are a few flavors and smells.
I can smell it already.
And then,
Oh, that's the final product. Then,
I want to get ahead
that's
of
okay.
ourselves.
Pour in about a quarter cup,
Tell me when.
a little bit more. Perfect. Olive oil, I like to use organic olive oil, but you can use Bertolli, any brand is fine. And smush it up. Now, this takes about 5 minutes to smush.
Really?
So the reason you grab this is what it looks like
I
when
was going to
it's
say, because we don't
done.
necessarily have 5 minutes to
Right.
do this right now.
Right.
But here's our final product. Check that out.
And you don't just put that in the fridge, you don't heat that up. You can pour it over hot pasta. It's great on crackers, muffins. You can even drizzle it on salads.
I've eaten it for breakfast before, but Ashley and Michelle, our producer Michelle, they don't like it when I eat it in the office.
Ah, there you go. Well, it's a little stinky.
little bit.
And I did want to tell you, it is traditionally eating the basil. You don't have to take it medicinally, but it has medicinal properties. It can be used for colds, indigestion. It's even helpful for poor concentration and tiredness. And so in a minute, we're going to make a spray that helps the concentration for you.
Get all I can
Okay?
get. So
There
what's
you go.
next?
Next is the bergamot.
Okay.
The bergamot is a really simple thing. Take your favorite black tea. We've got Lipton here, doesn't matter what brand it is, and pour boiling water over it.
Okay. And then we add this bergamot.
Yes. If you have the flowers in your garden, which they're perennials, the wild bee balm is a perennial, you can just throw a flower in there.
Easy
or
enough.
you can dry it in the winter and put just a half teaspoon of the dried.
And now, is it flavorful or are there medicinal uses to it also?
There's both. It's flavorful. If you smell the essential oil, this is how we're going to do it today instead.
Smells great.
This has that,
Citrusy almost.
it's very citrusy. You just put one drop,
Okay.
and there you will have a cup of Earl Grey tea.
Very cool. Now, lastly, we're running a little low on
Yep,
time. We
okay.
have borage.
Borage. Borage is amazing. Beautiful little plant.
I see it.
Again, another annual. And it is easy to grow. Tastes like celery.
Those are really.
Yep. And great in salads. Just make a cup of tea with it. Very simple. Teaspoonful of the tea. And put it in your cup, boiling water. It is used for moms to increase milk production. It helps with bee stings, swelling. These are all said to happen, of course. Good for tummy
According to
aches.
some.
Some people use it for arthritis, and many people use it for their immune system. So it's an amazing,
Very
beautiful
cool.
little
Carol,
plant.
thank you so much. So we covered A couple weeks ago, B today, couple more weeks we have C, right? If you want the whole series, all the information and more on our website, mymassappeal.com later today. And I think I need to eat a lot of basil.
There you go.